folks, Quilly here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Songs of Six. We are Riverbend, and we are one short of 200 people, which will hopefully get fixed pretty soon. Maybe we'll get one more immigrant after the stage gets constructed, or I really would like to start providing my people with furniture. Then make a little bit of adjustments to some of our trade depots over here, including, I don't remember if I did this during the episode, starting to import a little bit of pottery, we'll see, although none has arrived yet, which is a little confusing to me, because with the pricing, right, we're willing to pay up to 210. I would think that we'd be buying some from Bacchiel. Oh, right, it's because we don't have any cash, that's right. I was like, hold on, there was a reason for it. Also, my export depot for the cotton, I did make sure to pull from these warehouses, and there's no limit on those. We're just trying to offload all the cotton. It's not going to make as much money, but we'll do that. Okay. Here comes the stage. And we actually do have a lot of idle workers. Oh, although a bunch of them will be employed by this woodcutter relatively soon. And some will be employed by the stage as well. And I did change all my limits on the furniture. I'm keeping half of stockpile over here because I really want to go and issue some furniture to my people. Okay, here we go. Come over here. We're going to, you know what? Accept all 7 just to make sure we get over 800. So we should get a new title here. Yes, no, maybe so. Probably need checks from time to time. I wasn't wrong, right? It was 800. Oh, it's 1,000. What did I think it was 800 for? Okay, well, we'll need another housing block properly because I won't want that many unemployed, but sure. Oh, we are full of grain. Which might also require another bakery soon. We will see. Oh, speaking of, this warehouse... Oh, this warehouse is now done. This was supposed to be another grain warehouse. So that's going to resolve that. What am I looking for? Right over here. All grain. Could also be shrooms, but for now we're going to go all grains. That'll give us somewhere to put that. And, oh, please make sure to be on automatic. It's interesting. Some of the service buildings, like janitors, get automatic from default, but not the warehouse? And this is still... Needs 3%, 2% more, 1% more... And completed. So 26 people will be hired over here. I mean, we're full on wood now, but we actually do have negative wood. It's because we cut some things. I suppose I could go and say, all right, you don't have to chop down these trees right now. It's going to be fine. Some of it will sit around outside, but that's okay. I might need a bigger mega carpenter. And I still am thinking about building that big aurochs thing. Like, our food situation, really could be better. Okay, let's do it. Let's go another giant aurochs pasture, and we really will go maximum size. I thought I was told there was a maximum size. Where is there? Oh, is the border red? Oh, there is. It would be nice to... Oh, actually, we can actually visually see what the maximum size. If we want to go square... Looks like 45 by... I mean, 46 by 45 might have a little bit more, but it looks like 45 by 45 might, in fact, be about that max. So let's do that. We'll set a gate up over here. And we need a bunch of huts to reach our efficiency limit. Boom, boom, boom. Actually, let's do 3 over here. Technically, this one's overkilling it. We're spending a little bit more material, but I'm going to like it for the symmetry. All right, 100% efficiency, 96% moisture. It's getting a little bit of a boost from this, but mostly it's just a high moisture place. 700 wood, which is good. We've got tons of it. I could increase my wood storage, but it does still decay fairly quick. Actually, wood doesn't decay that quickly. You know what? Let's go and refurbish this room. I'm going to go and make it occupy this full area. And then, do I want to, I wonder if it'd be easier to just tear it down and rebuild it. Well, you're empty now. Okay, let me re-add that. And then, is there a nice, attractive pattern? I think that's a midpoint over here. I do a 4 gap, 4 gap. Oh, it's actually not quite enough. go. And it's not the same match over there, which I don't like. I guess, hold on. If I go and then do it this way. No. What am I? And then this can get nudged over. Wait, did I miss a count? Hold on. Something went weird. Because now all of a sudden it looks like the 4 gap that I was originally working on is correct. Did I do something wrong the first time I drew it out? 4 and then there. Yeah, okay. That works. And then I'm going to go and put crates. Like that. And here. There we go. We can store lots of wood now. And yeah, no, we have to keep going this way. Good. And then what I'll do I want to move the door? Yeah, I think I will. I'm going to remove these doors. That. Oh, right, because that's going to be wall. That's fine. And then I'm going to put a triple door there and on the other side. We still have 100% insulation. In fact, it might be nice to have some access on the bottom part here. Well, I could have a little bit more storage on this wall. Well, I guess I may as well, right? I do that. And that, we won't get in the way of the door, which is apparently not centered, but that's fine, because it's aligned with sort of this path here. Okay, let's do that. It's going to mess up with my wood storage for a minute, but that's going to be okay. And then after that, we can have a huge buffer for it. And yes, work on the oryx pasture, which also needs a ton of wood. And you're going to chop down some trees as you do it, though. So there's going to be some wood in this area from clearing that. So that should hopefully be okay. More people are willing to immigrate in, which is nice. We must be doing pretty well. There's still lots of services we could do. And do I dare? I'm going to dare. So, okay. Is this going to use 500 furniture? Is 2200-ish the number of furniture if we max this out, which means it's going to be about 500 per tick, which means I have enough? Let's find out. This is going to start draining as people get furniture for their houses. It'll be nice to see them change. So over here, they don't have any yet. Nope. Okay. Oh, look at that. They're replacing their little straw pallets with little beds. They look like stone beds for some reason. Even though our furniture is definitely made out of wood. And yeah, I still don't know if like adding more levels will keep changing the visual or if it's just if you've got any, then you've got that visual. There we go. Okay. So yeah, we are going to be consuming some. The maintenance, the furniture. Well, maintenance is, I guess, is just keeping up buildings that needed the furniture. And then the furniture is for the houses, presumably. Yeah, we're full on wood storage, but we're going to have lots of wood in a minute. Some of it can be kept on the ground. In theory, we're going to drain some of the wood here, but again, we're going to be making tons from cutting all this down. So yeah, we're going to have an excess of wood. There's all this stuff sitting around here too. But yeah, get around to doing this. We've got a fair number of odd jobbers. I could be making more nobles. I'm just a little bit worried about making nobles if they don't have fancy houses, but maybe it's fine. And if I do, what might it be? Do we have someone who runs the Ark pastures? Do we have someone who runs the bakeries? Do we have someone who runs the furniture, like the carpenter here, and or the woodcutters? I mean, these are primary industries. It sort of makes sense to have a woodcutting noble, a carpenter noble, an oryx noble, and then we have room for one more. We'll have more when we level up even more. It does seem like they're pretty strong. All right, let's do it. You work in the carpentry place. Let's go and elevate you. And then I'm just going to take some other person here, and I'm going to elevate you. I guess I could take younger people, or older people, because then if they die, 32, like it frees up the titles. And what if it turns out I made a mistake? 41! Congratulations. You're going to be elevated. Okay, and then, so I'm going to have you in charge of woodcutters. Actually, maybe I'll do furniture first. The amount of wood is currently, I think we will need more. But I'll do that. And then orc pastures. So we could use more meat, and we could use more leather for sure. Okay, we'll start with this, and then we'll keep working on things. Tappa, 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 tappa. Super speed! Oh yeah, it's going to take a lot of work to clear that. This is nearly done. The material's there. Construction is happening now. I'll have to update the bins when it finishes. Come on. Oh my god. Nighttime. There we go. So this warehouse is going to be yonked to the full. So we know it's assigned. Is there a visual indicator? Like if I look over here and I change this. I was going to say, is there a visual indicator of unassigned bins? And there isn't. But I guess I can click through and just verify. Everyone has all their bins assigned. Okay. Oh, and I guess this is to be... So this is grain 2. And our wood one, I thought it had been named, but I guess it might have been reset when we tore it down. So that's our wood warehouse. Excellent. And we have lots of capacity to it. We're full on stone. What I might do is drop my stone miners down to about half again. And yes, we'll need some more houses soon. Do I want to make some more of these blocks? I might do sort of a half home block here. Is there a filter for commute? Filter for homeless, which is... Wait. Why doesn't anyone live here? I don't know how to interpret these buildings. I guess these are workplaces versus homes. I'm like, there's a slight difference in color. I have no idea what this filter is supposed to show me. No, it doesn't change if we're zoomed out. Homeless. I don't know. But, relatedly, this is a completed house, right? But no one lives here? But we have 54... Wait. I'm confused. Why is it saying minus 54 if we have 14 homeless plebeians and 3 homeless nobles? Is each homeless noble worth 10? That would make the math work, right? No. Not 10. Because that would be 44. But I'm still confused why the last 10 plebeians or plebeians aren't living there. Click to go to a subject that has trouble finding a home. All right, you. You have no housing. Is there a way to find what your workplace is from here? Okay, that centers the screen on the subject. Work overtime, destination. You don't have a house. Persecute. Handout. Declare day off. Elevate. Show family. Rename. Huh. Currently caring for offspring. Cannot work. Oh. Okay. But what's close to home? But why don't you have a house? I mean, I can understand some of the proximity stuff. Just making me think we've got housing there, we got housing there. Maybe there's just no demand for workers in this area. Like it's... Oh, no. Cancel. I don't want to refurbish. Right, you're still under construction. Commute time. It's like, it's not 100%. It does make me think we need some homes over here. So I might go and build a housing block in here. I mean, this is somewhere nice fertile ground, but people do work here. So that does seem pretty important. Now, I don't think we can fit this structure in there. I'm going to take a little quick look-see. Would this... Oh, it does actually fit. Okay. That's the double lavatory setup, which I don't know if we need. On the other hand, if I were to do there, we'd have a couple of lavatories towards the work sites. That actually doesn't seem unreasonable. Now, we still need the fancy chambers for our rich people. I do say that. We can put some decorations or services or something in this area. And that would look nice. Okay. Let's go to that. Furniture's fine. We are not using up anywhere near as much as I expected. Huh. Alright. Broke, and yeah, I'm hoping that maybe this alleviates the homeless plebs. Also, there's some health problems. We do have, right? We do have the, oh my god, game. You can see that the wells and the lavatories are helping. We don't have higher end healthcare stuff. Bathhouses, physicians. But there's no corpses or anything. I guess the health just gets worse as you get more people. And I don't know about this wear-axe exposure and what we can do. Like, I think there wasn't a search for it, right? No. And then health. Different species, low health, increased occurrence of disease, sure. Common diseases are usually a lot less deadly. Epidemics are very dangerous. Lethality or duration is usually high enough that treating in the hospital is strongly encouraged. Only appears if your overall health is less than 1. Hang on a second. Overall health is less than 1. Okay, that sounds bad. Health tooltip shows how health is calculated. Wells, physicians, laboratories particularly effective in increasing health. Health is mainly decreased by population size, but other things may comparatively be minor. Hospitals are used. Okay. What's involved in getting a hospital? 30 of our knowledge. Okay, I think I'm going to need to prioritize this over getting to psychology. Boom. Healthcare. All right, hospital is now available. Okay, so it's a make your own size kind of thing. I'm going to go and add a hospital here. Is what I'm going to do. Should I make it thinner by 1? You know what, I will, because it's going to keep our sort of we make little alleyways kind of vibe. I can have a little alleyway over here. And then I don't need internal supports. Okay, beds. Place for patients and employees. I suppose we just want a whole bunch of beds. You know what? I'll trim this back to that. Okay, 30 patients. 7.5 employees is awkward. I guess I could do this and then just go with different shaped beds for this last bit. Oh, I can do a block like this. It's going to add 1.5 employees, which does come out to a perfectly round number. Okay. Oh shit, you need tools. Okay, we should just make a one-time trade for 70 tools. Still insulation? Good. Okay. 70 tools. Tools, so 205 per item. I didn't realize I didn't have to rescroll. 206. Okay, so Rovetsky has a better deal on tools. Doesn't necessarily mean they're going to pay us more for other things, but I would like 70 tools, please. You know what? I'll get like 75 in case there's a weird rounding error or an instant decay that messes with us. And then I would like to offer you, yeah, furniture. Actually, I've got a little bit of opium. Let me get rid of that because I don't care for it. And, oh shit, we can easily do this. Now, oh man, it does take a lot to get an opinion boost. Yeah, we're just going to have to go with like embassies and stuff instead. Can I scroll wheel on this? No. You can't shift click or control click as far as I can tell. I think I tested those. There you go. Accept. So we'll get our 75 tools, which is going to be used to build the hospital. Now, ultimately, importing tools to increase the efficiency of our existing buildings might be nice, but I kind of still am thinking I would like to maybe just build my own tools. And I think that means we need a metal industry, which is part of what this is for, which will upset people because they hate working there. But yeah, at least we'll work on the health thing. 14 infected, and we're at 0.91 health. I don't know what we can do about the Werax exposure. Like, I don't know what it is. It's not in here. Maybe, let me Google. Songs of 6 Werax exposure. WTF is this? I love actually, the first response Google gives me is a Reddit post that's, what the fuck is Werax exposure? Werax are ticks. I forget which window exactly, but you can hover over the name to see a description. They like moist areas, so wet jobs decrease overall settlement health. So maybe pumping water, maybe our farms? In V20, low moisture maps give more rich soil, no longer the case, so Werax more common. This doesn't really explain it to me. Werax exposure is new mechanic in V71. Oh, okay, maybe that's why there's not a lot of information online. Exorbitant from the changelog. Add moisture-derived pathogens that affect health of people working bare ground, farms, pastures, etc. Arid maps give better health, but cost more to irrigate, and vice versa. Okay. Okay. It's like when we choose a jungle biome in RimWorld. We're going to get more disease. So, looks like the only thing we have to do, we're just going to have to counter it with the hospital. That's just the way it's going to have to be. Did we get the tools yet? Yes, we got 75 tools in storage. 140 furniture we've got. So this hospital should just be a thing that happens. Still got some homelessness complaints. Those are still under construction, to be fair. And nearly done. There we go. Furniture's there. Last of the tools is coming in. Need 4 more. There's 5 more in storage. I'm assuming it's being carried. There it is. 70. Now the construction starts. Luckily, there wasn't any real clearing work over here. And then, I mean, oh, we're up to 22 infected people. I was going to say, we got room for 30 patients, which is more than we need, but... All right. Come on, let's go. Oh, yeah, we'll need the tools for maintenance as well, so it's good that I've got a few extra banked. Okay. So there's no auto level, but 9 workers is going to be fine. I'm sorry, you consume... I wonder if you can run without the resources. Oh! Okay, no, this is probably a bonus, because we don't have the tech for these. So you could consume these for probably higher quality healthcare. But presumably, some of this healthcare is going to work regardless. Homelessness went down. What kind of math? It'll be interesting if we can get all the plebeians in a house, although some of them are not getting in a house, even though we've got housing. There we go. So being treated. And yeah, I still don't know if somewhere on here it says that they're sick. I think I was looking for it one time and I wasn't sure. But hopefully this health meter improves. I don't know how long it's going to take for that to happen. Vision fever. Ooh, okay, that's a different disease. All right, we'll give you a little bit of time to work things out. Meanwhile, we still haven't finished this Oryx pasture. It's now cleared and got all its material, so that's good. And then, of course, this stockpile is now done, so wood's fine. Still a little on stone, but that's okay. And then bread, yeah, we're basically full on bread, but I'm a little bit leery about overproducing bread. We could definitely feed more people, though. Well, barely. On our current levels. Although it'd be pretty easy to scale some things up. This will give us more food. But yeah, more leather, which we have right now. And actually, what we need to do is I'm going to employ the full number of tailors now. I've been bumping this up as we go, but now we're going to increase that because we are out of clothing. And then I'm betting, yeah, we'll probably... Well, actually, we're currently still netting positive. This might take a second to update. I'm still confused about those arrows, but what I'm thinking now is this is the biggest price deviation. Well, I guess there's a mismatch. See, that was one of the things I was confused about. Like, why do we have both? Because there's multiple trading partners. So presumably the fewer red arrows, the better the overall price is. And the more green arrows, the better our sell price is. Didn't get to see it live change there, but that's what I'm going to have to assume. And yet we are going to need some pottery, which means we mostly need money. Oh, it's interesting that our furniture's gone up. I mean, I have the price cap on the bottom, but that should both be viable. We're definitely pulling from both warehouses right now. There's none to just fetch, but the active pool should work with the 50%. And clearly some of these warehouses must have stuff. Yeah, there's no complaints over here, so these are working. Auto employ 0. What? Oh, I forgot to turn this off. I turned this off for a little while. No. Okay. There we go. Now we're going to start selling. That's right, because I wanted to stockpile furniture because I was concerned about what it might mean for the housing. Boy, oh boy. Okay. This is setting itself up. So, okay, 44. Now, I'm no mathematician, but I'm pretty sure that 44 doesn't divide evenly into 3. 45 would. I'm assuming it's a bit of a rounding error, like the nobles count as 15 unhoused each. I have to assume. And then there's a weird display rounding error. And yes, we don't have the chambers yet. Deal with it. Okay, do I want to push my population up to 1,000? So this is a little bit misleading, because now I clearly have more room for the plebeians, but I don't know how... hold on. Hang on, I'm stupid. This is on plus 44. This is not negative 44. So I actually don't know how the nobles are counting over here. But we do actually have extra housing. But if I'm going to get to 1,000, we need more. But honestly, I'm kind of okay. Okay, I can accept another 116, 119 right now. They don't have jobs yet. Well, let's enable... God, I am actually wondering about the pottery industry before I get to the metals. Okay, we're out of tools that were used for maintenance. So I'm going to have to use this. That's the pottery accepting. I'm going to say I would like tools. And just keep our stockpile 16. We probably only have one stack. Actually, we probably have one stack at 2 places. I'm going to set a 50% capacity over here. Keep buying until there. I won't put a price cap. Yeah, I won't put a price cap. Because it should sort of self-regulate with the stockpile. Maybe I'll just keep it 25% full. Because I don't want too much of it going to waste. Although I bet you this doesn't decay very quickly. 5%, yeah, is actually fine. All right, I'm going to go back to the 50% mark. Keep a good amount of those tools. I'm going to hold off on the mines, but I think we're going to go pottery. Because we do need pottery for the houses. I think we're going to need a lot more pottery kind of earlier on. Also, I would like the better lavatories. That's another big part of it. 31 should bring you there, and that should... Oh, these blocks are taller. That's a 31 internal space. And so this would be the other 31 internal space, if I want to do those blocks. But this isn't the same block level anyway. Okay, maybe what I'll do is I'll have this one come up square like that. Okay, 45 employees. We're going to want more. Let's see. If I go mines, clay pit. Now, 110 workers. I think I'll just start with this. And I'll cover some empty area over here to make sure we've got enough for our auxiliaries and some extra storage. So, auxiliaries over here. Yeah, we are going to need quite a lot. I don't know if going on top of the rocks is a problem. We need 5% more boost. Go. So we'll do that, and then we'll stick a storage over here. Kind of an odd shape, but that's okay. Furniture stone, that should be fine. Up to 110 employees working for clay. And then we're going to pair that with a potter. And I have no idea what kind of ratio we're looking for one to the other. I might just want to put the stockpile here. I'm going to put the potter there. Do I want to do this? No, we'll do some internal walls. I'll do maybe something like that. Let's see how this feels. So workbenches, the primary work areas. here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go this way. Like that. Like that. Is there any chance? No. Let's shrink down to here. I think this will work. And in fact, I think I might prefer going this way. Let me just double check that I'm not crazy about the walls. Is this down the middle? No, because this is 16. Should I go 15? Oh no, if I do it this way, then I've got room for a little walk path. Although we clearly need... How do I feel about this length? So we clearly need a little bit more. But I can do something like that. A little walk path in the middle. And I guess, actually, my workbenches should be at the bottom so that my people can reach easier. Okay. I think I'm fairly okay with that. And I think I will make the building slightly taller as well, which is the other advantage of starting at the bottom. It's going to be easier to do that. Boom, boom. I mean, if I could reliably count tiles, then I could save myself a few clicks by putting all the ones in one direction first, and then all the ones in the other direction afterwards. You know what? Slight change of plans, because I'll start here, because then we'll have a better middle path if I do that. And then we can walk people through there. Okay, that seems okay to me. Like that. If I just shrunk this building a couple of ticks, I could just do that too. If I do this, all the yellow goes away. I think I needed both those. I guess I should have done one at a time maybe first. Yeah, then, excuse me, there's a little bit of yellow there. But if I do this, then there isn't. 60 employees, which is less than the clay. I don't know if that should be 1-to-1. Are their work cycle times the same? Does one person make one per day? I think the base might be different. There's probably ratios we can find online. But I don't know what they are. So I'm just going to go and put down my auxiliary stations in the back. Do that big. Boom, boom. Oh, the efficiencies. Wow, that was actually really fast. Oh, and there's a little bit of yellow over here. Though we can fix that. What I'll do is I'll put a bench here and another one here. And I'll just put... Well, one pillar... Well, no, we do need another one. There's a little bit of yellow. There you go. We'll put that, which looks nice. And then... You know what? I am going to put a bunch of internal storage. There we go. That looks centered to me. I could do a few extra workbenches. And I mean a few extra auxiliary stations, but... What would look best? A little bit like that, like that. And then we just need an extra 6%, which we can get from this. Although I'll do one more just for the symmetry. Okay. Then we're going to leave in doors. Boom, boom. Triple. Boom, boom. Insulation is still there. Maybe I'll put in a door here because we might do our clay stockpile over that way. Can I do one more over this way? Yep, still 100% insulated. Okay, great. So let's do that. Okay. And we're going to go into the pottery business. We're going to become some potheads. Are you just running around in circles? Being insane. Oh, okay. You know what? Fair. That's totally okay. Maybe this is a good place to put in a cut. It'll be a shorter episode than normal, but still long for most of what I target. We've got some nice little gaps that we can keep increasing some services. Our people are currently very happy. Sickness levels are going down. Oh, hold on. This is a hospital. Is a physician a different building? Physician is a different building. Cancer subject health improves their ability to fend off disease and injuries. And a hospital, place for sick and wounded subjects, given a better chance of survival. Okay, so a hospital doesn't decrease the chance that someone will get sick. It presumably just helps them recover faster. Huh. And we do have the tech for the better lavatories. As soon as we get our pottery going, we can upgrade our lavatories. And I'm wondering if this is going to give us a better modifier. What's involved in upgrading a well? I don't think we have the tech, but I'm curious. It needs rock clay. Oh, and it needs the cut stone, which might be very easy for us to do. We do generate plenty of stone. I'm only working at half rate right now, and we're still full here. What is this under? Probably refining? No, is it under crafting? Is it something? Oh, masonry. So I do need a tech, the masonry. But then I could turn 2 units of regular stone into half a unit of cut stone. So it's going to chooch through a lot of rock, but it is going to be important for the higher end construction. All right. Oh, I think I'm happy with the pottery. Like, part of me was still like, oh, get the metal industry going on. And I mean, people are kind of hate working in the clay pit regardless, unless I get some lizard folk into this place. Which is ironic. Like, the humans won't like working in the clay pit, but they also love being in the majority. Although, I wonder how much, like, if we're sitting at 51%, would this still count as the majority and be fully satisfied, or is it literally scale? Oh, hang on. To reach max fulfillment, value needs to be 66%. Okay, so as long as the humans remain 2/3, then they won't mind. Also, wait, hold on a second. I think humans don't want to see humans enslaved, but they actually would love to see other species enslaved. Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay, that's very interesting. That's very interesting. Can we... Okay. How many pieces are allowed to eat? Servings greater than 1 can only be extracted from an eating service. So I could just feed people more as well. Okay. And then the drink serving, even if I had drinks, this would stay empty unless I give them more. But if I had drinks, this would fill up. And yeah, I guess not food preference. This is a different thing. So we could get a little bit of this. And humans are happy to drink either beer or liquor. Actually, what's kind of annoying with this is I think just like with the food is ideally I'd like to make both because presumably every day there's just a 50-50 chance, of which one they pick. Furniture satisfaction is getting a little bit higher. We do have the wood. All right. Well, we'll just put a pin in this. And then, yeah, we'll start with pottery next time. And I think if we do end up making pottery, right, that was one of the things we could give to people's houses as well, which is definitely a possibility. But yeah, upgrading the lavatories, I think, will be a good idea. And yeah, at least the total number of people sick, we are trying to push down a little. But mostly, yeah, it's this the population. And all this Werex exposure. Or wait, hold on. I think our Werex exposure is actually fine. These are all multipliers to health. So a 1.0 would be perfectly natural. So we have 5% Werex exposure, basically. If I'm with these multipliers. Okay. So the big thing is just our population number is bringing things down. That's the biggest contributor, and we're trying to counter it with food preferences. Food preferences, so not just well-fed, but specifically if you're getting your preferences. Okay. All right. And then, yeah, if we get a physician, bathhouses, which are all tech-locked, I think. Massage. Religion is interesting, but that must be like a religion event? I'm thinking? Because we obviously have religion in here, and we don't have the temples. I mean, but it doesn't say temples, it just says religion. So I'm assuming it may be a religion event that can trigger it off. While, yeah, the load on these are really small. Cut block will be needed. Worshipping with style, we'll need the tech, but the cut blocks is what's needed for the next level of that. Okay, folks, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.